when you are creating at such a high level, so much so you get emptied a lot and you feel that. What is your virtue? What is your destiny? Your destiny is your virtue. Your virtue is your destiny. What is it? Because you're going to have literally, you're going to have littler virtues, drives, ambitions competing. But what is your main aim? And let that proceed and win and triumph. What is your great responsibility? I mean, your soul responsibility. I mean, your spirit's responsibility. What made that be? What is that? What shall that be, right? What is your offering? What are you going to sacrifice for? We only sacrifice that which we love. Make it blood-filled. What do I sacrifice to the earth? I ask myself, what shall the sun shine on to? Traits of the unknown place. This is from my beginning writings. I have just a little bit referencing Nietzsche's magnus opus, The Will to Power. It's kind of called, I think, The Will to Create. Traits of a known place. 466, June 13th, 2023. It's not a problem at consumerism of entertainment. The problem lies at a micro-fundamental frequency level. What happens when one consumes disproportionately, overtly, horridly? They get heavier. Man is too weighty, slowing, lax. Make me disliking crowds because at least I don't like that in traffic. I use nutrients as fuel. Man is bloated with too much indiscriminate and building gas. Man in this plane has created and crafted this economy. Normalcy in the sin of gluttony. I scoff at these licking lips, big belly screen suckers. Moderation is violently ignored. Be your greatness. Don't eat up another selects. Masterpiece. It's just laziness. Man has forgotten completely how to create something that he can say, hey, this is me, this is mine, and give it out, away, outwardly, and to contribute. Next is 626. Just wrote it today, June 18th. All is not simply all. One is not simply all. One is what one and another one is. There's an undeniable interrelatedness with things, but frequency triumphs. Sometimes similar, more so, same frequencies oppose each other. They won't fit together in the same room. This stems from a will, a belief, driving thus forth from perception, filtering. The world's truth is infinite and bottomless. Let's learn more. Feelings, emotions, and momentum color the hell out of reality. We only want pictures to paint and be painted. It's not a matter of my values are superior or supreme. They're superior and they're supreme for me, and I believe that they, through deep reflection, deep analysis, deep intuition, deep awareness, I've come to them being superior in my world and my place. So I think it's important to notice that I'm protecting, maybe even going on the offensive just for a level of protection, just to defend what I do. And I think that what I do is very unconventional. My perspective, it really comes down to what I do and what people do is based on their philosophy and their perspectives. And I would argue that my philosophy and my perspectives are highly, highly developed comparatively, even though there's part of me that's don't compare, but it's impossible not to compare. So just in and of themselves, to keep their integrity and their purity, I spend and have spent over my entire life, even from a young age, precociously, to develop and nurture my level of awareness and reflection and thought ability, building neural pathways, and studying in general. I don't think the majority of people around me aren't studying to the level of what I'm studying, or the categories, the topics of what I'm studying. So I just want to make that clear that like my values are supreme for me, and I think they're supreme in general, because if I think our world will be radically different and better, more whole, more healed, more vibrant, more fun, if individuals were able to adopt and see the value in the values that I hold. So I'm looking at the beginning part of my book, the prelude to my book, 𝖊𝖑𝖑 the book, and which is on Amazon and Apple Books. And I think when you really read that, I think a lot of people would get offended in a way to the prelude. It's purposely written based on Nietzsche's 𝖇𝖗𝖊𝖛𝖊𝖓𝖇𝖊𝑑𝖑𝑆. So it's bombastic, it's flagrant, it's arrogant, it's gaudy, it's self-boasting. But why would they not feel a sense of like, yo, that's awesome, like, great, like, I love this, it's so bold, da-da-da-da-da. You know, I'm just making this assumption, but I'm just saying, like, I think a lot of what makes man, I'm not immune to this, but what makes man, you know, what happens is that because the heart isn't pure, the confidence, the solar plexus isn't pure, there's not safety, there's a lot of fear and anxiety, sacral and root chakras, that like when they try to create art, it's just not as powerful as it could be, because there's a level of dirtiness, there's a level of weakness. You know, I find and this is speaking on my art, like my performances and like my higher self, my ideal self, my God. Like when I do my art, I feel the most God-like. When I'm like fucking going grocery shopping, it's like I have to like listen to music to feel God-like. I have to like have a little air and like extend my aura and my energy around me to really like feel God-like. You know? But it literally just comes down to a level of power. It's like, what's your power? You know? So, as we watch a dog just piss on a bush. So, what's your power? Like, find your power. And try to exercise that power as much as possible, because that will just increase your frequency. I mean pure power. I don't mean oppressive power. It's funny even that the world has a negative connotation due to that. So that's some bullshit. I've talked about this before. Like, creation is the fucking point to life. It's what the spirituality is leading us to. It's what the spiritual teachings are leading us to. It's what the sacred texts are leading us to. So like in my part of the prelude, why I create, why am I simply so godly? Well, because I know how to create. I've never doubted these prior truths and dare never will. I pursue means, ends, activities, and occupations that embolden and enliven my otherworldly power. So that's the point. It's like everyone has the ability to create. So those who create, great. And those who don't, it's bullshit. You need to step your game up. And the ones that do create, how much are you putting into your creations? How devoted are you to your creations? If you had to live this life over and over and over again for an eternity, what would you do? Would you work a fucking dumbass shitty job that you hate? Or would you work part-time instead? You know what I mean? Would you not take on all these other responsibilities, like the fucking middle class dream, the American dream, where you're a slave to work? I just was listening to something. We're all slaves to some degree. Our ancestors were slaves at some point, and there was like a level of where our DNA was fucked up by some like extraterrestrial like beings and made us into Homo sapiens, and now we're like separated from like our divinity. We used to have a huge pineal gland. Science has proven this. So like, how are you combating that? How are you addressing that? How are you fighting that, right? It says right here, it's so funny. As for my actual difficulties, I have known none. I know not suffering is just one, a misinterpretation and a misunderstanding, and two, a folding, a cowering, a denial of life, an attack, and a relinquishing of one's own infinite self. Others around me taking up space, these tempting distractions, messy in their contemplations, and dirty, like I just said, in their unfruitful expressions, show me lucidly through acute observation what not to do, what not to be, and so forth. That's the thing, is I think people can really reclaim their power. It's just that people, there's so many fucking like blue collar men around here that have no creativity whatsoever. Like they're all fucked up. You know what I mean? Like they just it's all suppressed. You know? And I just think it leads to like because it's if a male does not have a connection, is not in touch with the divine feminine, then what does that fucking mean? It means he's incomplete. And if he's trying to be with a woman, it's like, well, then she's just going to miss out. You know? So it's just, there's a lot of impetus. There's a lot of impotence in this situation that we see here. He is too brittle and short-sighted to cleanse himself of this disease. Human is slow, I just said this, and has lost his general agility in all things concerning his eternal capabilities. Like, bro, anyone who would be woke and would be aware and who would be awake would fucking read this goddamn book, especially just the prelude. Like, it's just like it's just like God's writing it. So it's just like, there's like these little gods, these little dwarf people. It's like, the fuck are you doing? Like, are you even aware, like, of anything? You know? Like, how can this not, like, I make myself a fool by being a god in front of fucking little plebeians when I go on fucking street corners. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I just destroyed that street corner yesterday. I got it all on video. And, like, no one does it because no one can get to my level. So they think they're, like, flexing in their goddamn Toyota Camry and a fucking like blue collar job where they're making like $20 an hour. It's like, bro, that shit does not matter at all. Like, if I was gonna die tonight, would I be doing what you're doing? Hell no. So why would I not live my life that way? So there's a level of meaninglessness in their life, and there's a level of powerlessness. Because when you enslave yourself like that, that's just the case. And it's by your own decisions. Like, you have to work that job to pay for certain things. You know what I mean? Or you're just in a deficiency, right? Like, you have kids and shit, you're not making enough money, and like they want more stuff, or like they want to play on like a soccer team, but you can't afford it or whatever. So you're in this place where like fucking life is fucking has a knife to your fucking genitalia. You know? So it's sad. I mean, it's just like you make poor decisions. That's really what it is. Like, I don't make poor decisions comparatively to that. You do. Right? So, this is so prophetic, bro, because it's so true, and I wrote this almost a year ago. Culture is more interesting itself than this creature. The sedentariness is rarely considered by the common folk. You deny experience, exercises, natural things, and improvement. You shudder when you see me, because I am shooting, expanding, and embarking on new feats of greatness. Heavy feet and frail legs slaughter your vibrational vigor. Therefore, you do everything every day with meaningless motion and senseless logic. You have such distaste. There, you are already signs of a collective dementia by the time puberty hits in this culture. This is so fucking true. Altered states of consciousness through the consumption of substances is a sacred pastime, but human has turned this into an event of recreation, a byproduct of boredom. Hence, You do not know how to handle yourself. Being as I fantastically exceed my expectations and powers, raw bravado of spirit has followed. I feel while among you muddy robots that I tread on higher ground, radiant, radically free. How do I ascend like this? Emitting creations of truth in open ambulance, or, if provoked, a pouncing storm. By activating my entire bodies and beings, distrust of any activity that does not touch these things, an ascension, a shining, sparkling, and devoid of any and all palpable restraints. All death remains metastasizing in an inactive human. Forgetting to walk and never dreaming of flying is the greatest act of offense against one's gods. Well, that's crazy. I don't even know what to say to that. It's just be left as is. Like, bro, just like, what I'm capable of as a creator God, as an artist God, as an artist creator artist, like, it's just like anyone who just tells me that I should be doing something else is fucking just retarded. Like, they're just fucking blasphemously dumb as fuck. Dumb as a goddamn rock. Like, and they don't obviously see the value in what I do because they don't see the value in life itself. They don't know the value of life itself. And they're distracted and they're thwarted and they're deterred. And they're just completely delineated from this sort of shit. So they have no value in my book. Like, it's just like hand to the face. Like, nope, shut up. Like, stop even speaking that into existence. You're your dumbass shit. So, like that's the thing. Like, if we really, really think about it, right? I'm a poet. I'm a writer. I'm a lyricist. I'm a rapper. I can fucking sing pretty fucking good. I can make music. I can perform like a fucking Lord Almighty. Okay? I'm an athlete. I'm a coach, potentially, if I wanted to be. Maybe I'm coaching right now in a metaphysical sense. I'm a mystic. I'm a free spirit. I'm a philosopher. I'm a psychologist. I'm a dancer. It's fucking like 10 things, bro. The fuck out of here with your dumbass shit. You can't fuck with me. Poetry is a manner of life for death, and so be it. Jazz remains as the gate. Formality is a choice. Swag is two. Combine two forms of these, you got the clue. I flew. Waking is a new opening. Making is a slow fall. A crack, a tear, drops of the same hue. Utopian urgency, paradise of patience. A good thief is a soul creature. The streets could be filled with personalities. Are they? I said, are they? What if one could bring that out? Who are they? Where are they? It's over. What is divine? Anything that grows up, that pushes, pulls up, shoots forward by diving deep, action, effort, aim, progress. This is being honest by living honest. This is nature, natural, wholeness, holy. And the rest of the book is just, it's just whatever, bro. Like, who even is listening to this right now? Like, who's hearing me? Like, all y'all are just, yes, you're blind, but you're also fucking deaf as fuck. Because the light that I emanate coming from such darkness, coming onto such darkness, again, you don't have eyes. Such muteness. So your ears don't work, so therefore you can't speak properly. You don't know what you're saying. Your throat chakra's all fucked up. Like, fuck. This is a goddamn portrait. This is what a god does, bro. See if Nietzsche has anything to say for us. This work is so... No limit to the ways in which the world can be interpreted. Every interpretation a symptom of growth or of decline. That's why, like, I have to go down so far into this abyss of the world because all y'all have declined so fucking much. Or you're just, like, waiting around being an NPC and just, like, an extra character just so I can burst through to be the main character. Well, I mean, when the fuck are you guys going to recognize that I'm the fucking Jesus over here? Jesus Christ. Fuck. So, let's give you one more thing. What we gonna do? On the devil? Okay. I'm channeling. What channel are we on? There's hurt in the scene everywhere. I'm saying now are getting fucked up or getting fucked up. I can rest for a millisecond. I'm not losing. It's my silly lesson. I'm going over there for another white whips and pimps. My brother cries after I'm deceased and shot down a demon sea. I'm switching prescriptions. No one needs me. Her hold hard. Her hands hold hard. Okay. Fuck the KKK. I go over there to the corner stores in the pouring rain. This is becoming purple rain. I'm the new Prince of New York. So you two go over to the hornier whore in the story's right lane. This is bleeding passer. I'm the going or doing in a slick revolution. See the Beatles. Mothers, don't discourage. Oh, fathers, stop controlling women. Let women and children run the world. Cut her, she's not a team player. Cuddle her, stop being a player. These flows are low-key, low-fat butter. Subtleties and blasphemies are my bread and butter. I'm the bread and butter that's too Italian. I'm saucy, I'm good with the hands, I'm bossy. I'm costly, pity me, I'm collecting the harem. I'm Celtic, I'm the cult, I'm the clutch, I'm the... Oh, yes, swish, I'm so clutch. I'm Cali all the way. Switch lanes, cruise control, cues to call. Beep, beep, bells ring, bells sing. Ooh, bell is king. Ding, ding. Oh, after the announcement, I will exercise extremely well and very longly. Give me a pillow, baby, my feet are weary. Give me fresh berries, my feelings piled up. Cop should have had that rifle up. Rebellious and reading again, Nirvana. I'm beaming and dogs aren't barking, roof. I'm departed but still grounded, down. I'm seeping right into the disheartened. I'm seeking a seeker, another beeper, another strapped Caesars, punching a fruit that is punches pilot for another 9/11. Federals deal with the feeling of this firemen is feeding the youth and their dull creators in they calls in every way. I don't give a fuck. Shut the fucks up and shut the fucks up. Shut the door. I'm gonna fuck this ups. I don't know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I have not discussed details of my days with my mother and countless months. The whole wide world is really depraved. Retail, restaurants, factories, famous, fun forever. Now she's reeking of bloody lust. She's such a shitty sinner. Luckily, I don't fool with leeches. I'm the teacher, the preacher, the leader. In 21st century sex symbol where life is worth living. Oh, and then symbol reefer, blissful seer. God, I'm the living as of now. I don't know how to end it. Send this, can you send this for me? Can you end this for me? Watch my mind go by, watch it go by. Watch my mind go by, all I need to do is just die. Do drugs till I'm high, bump that beat up, people like to call. Not fun, just worry about yourself. Down all things small. Never go small. I kill myself.
Always feel like no one helps. And these pills will take the pain today. I'm taking more if it rains. Cut the 12 as I wait today. Buried in the sink. No one ever cares when I'm tripping. I can't think.
And no, I don't think you can die. I think you can die different colors, DYE. And I don't think you get killed. I think the matter can't be destroyed. It's the first law of thermodynamics. So why the fuck would people, like, committing suicide is just taking a break, because you can't escape what this is. Like, it's just never ending. But memento mori. Live your life like you're gonna die in a second, in a day, tonight, in a week. You have 1 year left. That's what I'd encourage people to consider. And I just opened a fortune cookie earlier, and it said, grasp opportunities to create the future. So how you fucking doing that? Peace, yo.